Have you ever wondered what really happens when you send an email from a Linux command line? It's not just one single program doing all the work. Nope. It's actually a whole team of specialized tools all working together in a really elegant way. So let's pull back the curtain and see how this powerful system works.
This whole approach is classic Linux philosophy, right? It's all about using small, specialized programs that do one thing and do it really, really well. You can think of it like an assembly line for your email. A message comes in, and it gets passed from one agent to the next, with each one doing its specific job before sending it on its way.
On this email assembly line, there are three main players. We call them agents. And honestly, each one has a job that's a lot like a real-world postal service, from the massive central sorting facility all the way down to the person putting mail in your personal mailbox.
First up, we've got the Mail Transfer Agent, or MTA. This thing is the absolute heart of the whole operation. It's the main post office. Every single email comes through here, and the MTA has to make a huge decision. Does this email go to a user right here on this server, or does it need to get shipped out across the internet to somewhere else?
Okay, so once the MTA figures out an email is local, it hands it off to the Mail Delivery Agent, or MDA. The MDA is basically your friendly neighborhood mail carrier. It has one job and one job only. Take that message and drop it into the correct user's mailbox, which you'll usually find sitting in a directory like /var/spool/mail.
And finally, we get to the part you actually see and use, the Mail User Agent, or MUA. This is just your email client. It could be a graphical program like Thunderbird, or it might be a super simple command line tool like the Mail utility. It's how you read the mail the MDA just delivered, and it's how you write new messages to kick this whole process off again. Now, if you're a system administrator, the most important piece of this whole puzzle is the MTA. Choosing the right one is absolutely crucial because it's the gatekeeper for every single email that touches your server. So, what are your choices?
Well, there are pretty much four major players you'll run into. There's Postfix, which is kind of the modern default. It's loved for being secure and relatively easy to set up. Then you've got SendMail, the original OG. It's incredibly powerful, but man, it is famously a beast to configure. XM is another really flexible choice, especially popular in the Debian world. And last but not least, there's Qmail, which was built from the ground up with one thing in mind: security, security, security.
All right, so we've met the agents. Now let's talk about the tools of the trade, the commands you're going to be using to manage and, more importantly, troubleshoot everything right from your terminal.
So what happens when an email gets stuck? Well, if an MTA can't deliver a message right away, it puts it in a queue. And the mail queue command lets you take a peek inside that queue. You can see here, it tells you exactly what's waiting and why it might be stuck. In this case, it's a domain name not found error. This command is going to be your best friend when you're trying to figure out what went wrong.
Now, for just reading and sending mail from the command line, the classic tool is, well, Mail. It's a totally no-frills mail user agent. It lets you list your messages, read them, and send new ones without ever leaving your terminal. It's simple, it's fast, and it's always there when you need it.
Okay, let's wrap this up with two more key ideas that are essential for managing mail: how to redirect messages and how different mail systems manage to play nice with each other. So you need to forward your emails automatically. Maybe because you're on vacation? It's surprisingly easy. All a user has to do is create a little file called .forward in their home directory. Just pop an email address in that file, and boom! All their incoming mail will get sent to that new address instead. Now, for system-wide forwarding, an admin can edit the /etc/aliases file. This is great for creating addresses like hostmaster that send mail to a whole group of people. But, and this is the part everyone forgets, after you save that file, you have to run the new aliases command. If you don't, your changes won't do anything. It's a classic rookie mistake. And that actually brings us to a really neat bit of Linux history. See, because SendMail was the undisputed king for so long, the newer MTAs like Postfix actually built in a compatibility layer. This means that those classic SendMail commands we just talked about, like mailquay and new aliases, will work perfectly even on a Postfix system. It's an awesome feature that makes life so much easier.
So, let's put it all together. Linux Mail is this super flexible system with three parts. The MTA is the post office, the MDA is the mail carrier, and the MUA is your inbox. Once you get how these pieces fit together, and you know the basic tools, you're well on your way to mastering email on Linux. So that leaves us with one final thought. For your next project, which MTA are you going to choose, and why?